are launching our new feature under entry module called Broker's Financial Ledger. The purpose of this was to balance out the broker's financial ledger within iRecord compared with the broker's ledger in their portal. So within this tool and the feature, you will see two drop downs called define rules and import ledger. The purpose of defining rule was to automate specific words that repeats in nature. So for example, if your broker's financial ledger, which looks something like this, includes a repetitive transaction posted by the broker called either bank transfers, either MTF interest, also could be a demat transaction cost, anything as such. You can automate that by defining specific words over here and saving it. So next time when you import the ledger, as and when the word gets reflected in the transaction statement of the broker's financial ledger, it will auto-populate the categorization of the sub-ledger within adjacent to that specific word. So for example, if you type in a rule called demat cost and I map the word called demat, other word called demat, as and when these two specific words get reflected in your broker's financial ledger, the software will automatically categorize that under the subledger called demat transaction costs, that is demat charges, which will be automatically be posted to the expense account in your P&L statement. So this is how you can automate your repetitive transactions by defining rules. The second one is to import your broker's financial ledger. So the first thing we'll have to do is we'll have to click on the button called add to add any sort of data. Then we select the select broker section for the Kotak securities. Now, the second stage, we ask you to select the broker's format, that is Kotak Securities Ledger. And when you click on the download template option, automatically the system will download the ledger and pop up the sample report in front of you. So this is the ledger of Kotak Securities that you can import in iRecord. Now here in this financial ledger, mostly brokers have a static bill posting or the transaction type summary of three major sub ledgers called bill posting. That is nothing but your daily contract note that gets posted in your financial ledger with the broker. After that, we have the follow up with the bank transfers. It could be to and from to your bank account. So those will be reflected under payment and receipt. And the third one we have is JV. So JVs includes and encompasses all the other charges. It could be your demat transaction cost. It could be your AMC charged by the broker for the DP accounts. It also could be your MTF interest getting deducted from your uh, trading account with the broker on day-to-day basis. So all these charges are charged by the broker to you in the subledger called JV. So these three sort of transactions are something that iRecord can import. So after this, you'll have to close the file and open the same file in the path where the file has been stored out. So after this, simply you have to do is if you have a choice or if you would like to give a specific date range, you are more than welcome to alter the date range from over here. I'll keep it as it is and I hit the button called import. So this has imported all the transactions that were possible and reflected in your broker's financial ledger. Now, just a heads up that bill posting gets automatically generated when you import your contract notes. After that, if you have chosen to import your bank statements, receipt and payment to the broker and from the broker will also reflect broker's financial ledger within iRecord. And the last one, JV, journal voucher entries are something which will not automatically populate in iRecord software. So we have also given you an option to tick mark only journal voucher entries to be reflected and imported when you import your broker's financial ledger in iRecord. So when you click on this request payout, DP, this other charges, everything will be nullified and only JVs will be filtered out in your financial ledger and imported. So now the pop-up shows journal entries rows imported successfully, which means now you can go ahead, click on save. While you click on save, it asks you to map the narration against the ledger. So this being billed amount, I don't know what it is. So I'll simply put under my suspense account. Same goes for this one and hit on update. So this will update the ledger against the narration and the transaction. Now here I have a choice to select my choice of ledgers or for the categorization purpose in your financial ledger. So I'll take it as an interest. I'll take this one as a demat transaction cost. Same goes with my demat, and same goes for my MTF interest, and this goes for my demat. So this is how you can update this transactions. As you can see, the red marked has been now reflected against your specific transactions and the specific ledgers that we selected just now. After this, when you come back to the ledger report, you will see all the three sort of transactions. That's your bill posting, your bank, and the last one, the JV that we